I'm Stacey Hyde, and I'm back for another episode of Better Financial Health in 15 Minutes or Less. And earlier this week, I read a really interesting article in the Wall Street Journal, and it talked about how different times of your life you make better financial decisions or more considered ones. And it was interesting to me because it said that we're at sort of peak abilities in our financial lives around 53 or 54. That's when we tended to make the best decisions. The problem with that is the things that you can do that will have the biggest impact on your financial life are best done in your 20s or in your early 30s. That's starting to save for retirement. It's putting money away for a rainy day. Those types of things are best started earlier. And I think that what they were getting at when they talked about your 50s is you were able to kind of synthesize information. You were able to kind of take it all in, put it together, and you also had this life experience because you'd found out what had happened if you didn't pay off your credit card balances or things of that nature. So if you are in your 50s, congratulations, you're in your peak decision making. Take advantage of that. Spend some time looking at your situation. If you're significantly younger than that and the thought of being 50 is really more than you can even really contemplate, and yes, I'm in my 50s, but I still remember what I thought about people in their 50s when I was in my 20s. It seemed like so far away, something that, may never get to. And so I think it's important to think about not just why you should put some money aside today for the rainy day or for the future rather than spend it today, is to imagine your future self. Look around to the people in your life that might be that age, whether it's parents, co-workers, friends, neighbors, and ask them some questions, because I think it becomes easier to make those sort of decisions to have a better future if you can put some real life experiences towards it. Because some of the best savers that we have as clients, that yes, we do have clients that are in their 20s and 30s, and the reason that they are working with us now is because of either what they saw their parents not do and they were resolved to not put themselves in the same position, or their parents really encouraged them to seek out advice and to get help so that they built good habits early on. And then sadly, some of the situations where they inherited, so they lost a parent, so they were kind of thrust into a situation and they wanted to make sure that they took full advantage of the advantages that their parents had left them with. So I think it's important to look at and to make those decisions, but if you humanize it and really look at people around you, because one of our clients, I've said this to a lot of the young employees there, look around at your coworkers, because financial stress takes a toll on you, of course, financially, but it can also take a toll on you physically. And if you start paying attention, whether it's your job or in your neighborhood or your place of worship, the people who tend to look much younger than they are, in most cases, now they may have had a lot of plastic surgery or Botox or whatever, but just in general, they tend to be people that are not experiencing a great deal of money stress, because that will take a physical toll on you. It'll affect your sleep, it can affect your relationships. So that's an even more decision to put yourself in a better position to not have to worry about it. And as you make those decisions, it becomes easier and easier over time. So just something to think about today, a little more, I guess, touchy-feely than I usually do, but I think it's important to think about it, and especially if you're younger, to imagine your future self rather than think about, oh God, 30 years from now, because who knows what's going to be in 30 years. I'm sure we'll have self-driving cars and no telling what our phones will do at that point. But thanks for tuning in, and this has been another episode of Better Financial Health in 15 Minutes or Less.